Armas en fuego!
Oh, wait a minute, now a German to Johnny!
Wow!
Ever since going PG, WWE's been pretty careful when it comes to having men fight women and vice versa. However, they do occasionally allow the male and female wrestlers to get physical with one another, even if it's only for a little bit. So let's see some intergender wrestling moments in WWE. 20. Alexa Bliss stood in Nikki Cross's corner when she challenged Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Despite her best efforts, Nikki Cross came up short and lost the match. Alexa Bliss tried to console her friend, but Cross was too frustrated and shoved Bliss down. Shocked by what happened, Alexa Bliss sat alone in the ring until the Fiend appeared. The Fiend stalked the goddess Alexa Bliss for a bit until attacking her with the mandible claw and choking Bliss out. Edge was brutally attacked by Randy Orton. His wife, Beth Phoenix, showed up on Raw to give the fans an update on Edge's health. Before she barely said anything, Orton's music hit and the Viper slithered into the ring. Randy explained his actions to Beth and accused her of enabling Edge to return to WWE. Phoenix responded by slapping the Apex Predator across the face. The two had a tense stare-off until Randy Orton struck with an RKO. Orton left the woman completely lifeless, and soon, WWE officials and wrestlers ran in to check on the Hall of Famer. It ended up being a pretty bad move for Randy Orton, as Edge returned and went on to defeat the Viper at WrestleMania. After Chelsea Green fired Robert Stone, he was desperately looking for someone new to add to the Robert Stone brand. After successfully recruiting Aaliyah, Stone tried to hit another home run and get Rhea Ripley to join him. Ripley's response was to dump Robert Stone straight into the trash. This ultimately led to Aaliyah and Robert wrestling the Australian native at the Great American Bash in an intergendered handicap match. Robert Stone was the first one to take a stab at Ripley. Unfortunately, all it took was one chop and Stone went down to the mat. After letting Aaliyah wrestle for a bit, Robert decided to take another shot at Rhea Ripley, but all he ended up getting was a first-class trip to the floor. However, after a commercial break, Stone and Aaliyah had the former women's champion locked in an intense submission hold. The two then followed up with a suplex, but began arguing when they tried to pin Rhea Ripley. This ended up costing them, as Ripley countered a second suplex and started using Aaliyah as a weapon to inflict a ton of pain on Robert Stone. The worst one, though, had to be when Rhea Ripley threw Aaliyah headfirst into Stone's crotch. In a last-ditch effort, Robert Stone tried to roll up his opponent, but Rhea wasn't having it. To put this massacre away, Rhea locked both of her opponents in the Prism Trap and won the intergender match via submission. In a special Champions vs. Challengers match, Damian Priest and Io Shirai teamed up to take on Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. The mixed tag team contest started off normal, but things heated up really fast. After Gargano nailed an enziguri, Damian Priest tagged out and Io Shirai hit Johnny wrestling with a missile dropkick. Once he was back to his feet, Johnny Gargano came to his wife's aid, but all he ended up receiving was a slap by his female opponent. Say what you will about Gargano, but the man is a dedicated spouse, as he saved Candice LeRae from a moonsault and ended up taking one himself, courtesy of Io Shirai. Then Candice LeRae low-blow Damian Priest, which allowed Johnny Gargano to hit the one final beat and get the win. Before the belt even run, both sides were getting each other's faces, leading to a funny bit where Lee picked up Candice LeRae. Eventually, the match got under control, and the women started fighting the women, and the men fought the men. Later on, Gargano was having a bit of trouble, so his wife decided to lend him a hand. Proving why they're an NXT's power couple, Candice and Johnny took Keith Lee down with an awesome kick and DDT combo. Gargano repaid the favor by breaking up Mia Yim's pin attempt, but ended up getting smacked around for his troubles. Even worse, Mia Yim also kicked Johnny in the head, and then took him to Suplex City. A little later, Johnny Gargano took advantage of a distracted Keith Lee and planted him with a DDT. Unfortunately, Johnny's wife was caught in the crossfire and got squashed by the over 300-pound man. Candice was completely lifeless, and Gargano once again used Lee's lack of focus to snag the pinfall. That's it from today. Watch more videos showing on the screen, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.